Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of a different type of mirrored reading here. I'm gonna go into what the DM and DFs wish the other one knew about their situation or them, or just, a heartfelt message from the counterparts. And then I'm going to do a mirrored reading with the daily check-in. So what each are thinking and feeling about the connection. But let's start with the DMs. Thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What is it that the Divine Masculines would love the Divine Feminines to know right now? A message from the DMs to the DFs. Okay. Ooh. So third-party heartache. DMs are really in a lot of emotional pain right now, and you might not think that, Divine Feminines, but your DM is. They are really feeling the growing pains, this life purpose welling up in them, their own Divine Masculine essence. They've been suppressing this. They've been playing small. They've been downplaying. They've been cloaking. They've been hiding this aspect of themselves, from their families, from their friends, the low vibrational people around them, the typical paradigms they've been engaging in. They've been holding this essence at bay. And it's really impressing upon them with your connection that in order to align with you, they have to step into this. It's like they're saying, how do I get to you? How do I get to your level? How do I get to that purity? How do I get myself into that position that can match this? It's coming, DMs. It's coming. That's why you're feeling it. You got to feel it to heal it. So Divine Feminines, if you're feeling the heartstrings being pulled today, it's not in your mind. That's definitely going on. What would the DMs say about whatever they're processing today? What is it consciously that the DMs are processing at this time in their reality? Fell right on the DF pile. What did we get? The anxiety over their codependent weak energy. The anxiety that comes up to show them how far out of alignment they are with this higher timeline that they could access, that they're starting to crave. I just heard. Yeah, they are in, I just heard in the ego death throes of this reality check. DMs are seeing another layer of how they could get real, where they're not being authentic. And it's really causing them some angst at this time. They want you to know that. They want you to know that they are, no matter what it looks like on the surface with those around them, they are sincerely going through it right now. And whatever has transpired in your connection has been showing them this growth curve. What would they say to you about communication? Do the DMs want to reach out to the feminines? Oh my gosh, the Empress. It fell right on this Divine Masculine card. They're working so diligently to get to this level so they can communicate with you, so they can access their abundance, so they can crack the code, so they can get there. They don't feel like they're worthy of communicating with you. DMs, what do you have to say about the DFs communicating to you? What would you say about that? Queen of Pentacles, this is creature comfort, feeling of home. We got the Empress and the Wifey card here, abundance and partnership. So I just heard it's coming when this alignment can be reached. They are doing everything they can to get into emotional and mental alignment, soul level alignment with these connections. And what I'm hearing in this, DFs, is that they feel your beacon call. They feel this love light, and it's doing so much to help them. It's the most magnetic pull in the universe, and yet they still have to go through this process of becoming alone, sovereignty. They have to initiate this from their energy wholly, fully. So they want to get real just as much as you want them to get real, but it is a process for them. And it does have to do with multiple pre-existing material realm affiliations and alignments and choices from the past that they have to authentically level up out of. So what do the masculines want the feminines to know about the destiny between the two? They don't know the answers, just like you don't know, but they do know it when they see it. And when it's time, they are going to be receptive to it. They know that they've never been here before. I just heard uncharted territory. So yeah, they're starting to realize they are not in their comfort zone anymore, and they are not satisfied to be complacent in that comfort zone anymore. They know too much, I just heard, and yet they don't know quite enough. I'm hearing this funny thing that I've heard before: smart enough to know there's a problem, not smart enough to fix it. That's the stage of in between they're at. So yeah, let's get a little quick. Let's get one more here. Masculines, what would you say to your feminine about where you're at? Do you love them? Are you conscious of the love you have for your DF right now? Wow, we got the King of Cups, which is the outpouring of love. In the reverse, they are going through it. They are emotional. I just heard you can do no wrong. They see you as perfect right now. This is the grieving the loss card. It's where we kind of resign to having to let something go, like a loved one that's crossed over, something like that. In the reverse, the irony is they could have you right now. They just feel so emotional, like they can't get to you. They are kind of glorifying you. They are seeing that you are different, and it's like I am not worthy kind of energy hitting them pretty hard. Like they're embarrassed. They feel like they've sabotaged. They feel like they've effed it up. They feel like, how could you love them after everything that's happened? I feel tears here. I definitely feel tears here today, everybody. And they just want you to know that they are really feeling this. DMs, how are you doing with feeling all that emotion for your DMs or DFs right now? They know that this is causing them to muster the inner bravery to keep going. So this is one of those inconvenient pep talks with self, with spirit, with this connection that is causing them to truly desire to take this to the next level. It's like they're pledging to one day be the man, the person that you need. They're still understanding the ringer they're being put through in the name of purification, love, accountability, authenticity. It's a reality check day, I would say, for the masculines. Let's see how the feminines are faring in this energy. So what is it that the divine feminines would tell the divine masculines if they could hold counsel with the DMs today? What is it divine feminines would say? What do the DFs want the DMs to know today? Okay, I'm going to try and turn it over. Chariot, Three of Wands. DFs are open to what's going to happen. I'm getting these Pegasus or Pegasus are pointing in different directions, but they're perfectly in the same pose. They're mirrored. So even though it doesn't look like the DFs understand this, divine masculines, they know that you are poised in the same mirrored action. Two peas in a pod, I just heard, and they are just open. They're just, so in answer to the DM's question, could the DFs forgive? Can the DFs love anyways? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And they're not presuming to make these assumptions of what it's going to look like, when it will happen. They're definitely just seeing that both have things they're dealing with. They don't think of themselves as above you, DMs. They are just open to seeing timing is everything. When it comes together, the DFs are interested in working with that wholeheartedly, I just heard. So what are the DFs processing in their own life right now? Knight of Pentacles, continuing to lay this foundation. Are you kidding? We got the Emperor. Remember, we got the Empress for the DMs. So both are seeing each other as these King of all kings, Queen of all queens energies, the choice on the heart, I just heard. So divine masculines, your divine feminine is continuing to lay this invested, heart-centered, real-world, practical path towards this connection. You have not lost out on this connection. Your feminine understands consciously that every decision they make, all the choices that they are activating in their lives, they have you in mind. They are showing you the love instead of relying on speaking it. They are showing you instead of telling you, divine masculines. So DMs watching, if your feminine is not as wordy as they used to be, if your feminine seems to have gone incognito, the choices your feminine is making right now, they are designing their life under the surface in hopes that they will be brought towards you in good timing, I just heard. So when it's appropriate, they are investing to give themselves the best positioning for this love, I just heard. So even if it looks like your feminine has gone in a different direction, they are advocating for themselves, but what is best for them is also best for this connection. And so they're on it. They are laying this foundation. The Knight of Pentacles always gets to its goal. And so, yeah, the feminines are on that, still going towards you, Emperor. What would the feminines like to say about communication here? Do the feminines want to communicate with the masculines at this point about what's going on here? Seven of Swords, secretly they just want real. They don't want to force anything. They don't want to communicate with you, divine masculines, if you're not in a place where you're ready, willing, and able to do so. They do not want to. But yes, they know in time the two shall be left standing. And that is their truth and nothing but the truth, that they are willing to wait. They're willing to wait. What do they feel about you reaching out to them? Divine masculines, what do the feminines feel about that? They feel like you're pouting. Look at the backs to each other. Look at the backs to each other. So they know that you have to go it alone right now, or that you are not willing to do this with them in the 3D and the physical right now. And the feminines know that you're in it together. They understand that there are periods of time when it looks like you're not in unison, but look at how far from the truth that statement is. Under the surface, there is an immovable knowing that you are mirroring here, the two standing there. So divine feminines understand the cosmic energies that are causing this unified motion under the surface. What do they feel about the future communication? They do feel like the universe has you both in a headlock, the Hanged One and Queen of Swords. So they know that they will receive higher guidance with the crown chakra there lit in both, that possibly you will come out of this stalemate, that they will be given that information. There's a masculine and a feminine here, a yin yang. Look at that, even a light and dark card there. So they know this is a perfect mirrored experience right now, and that the absence makes the heart grow fonder. Your feminine does feel like at a distance. They know. Look at, their eyes are open in this card, and I believe the masculine's eyes are closed. So the feminines know consciously that you are waking up to this connection on a universe has you in a headlock sort of level here, that there is nowhere for you to go, divine masculine, and it's not by their power. It is literally, the feminines are in magnetic energy, knowing that you are being enlightened on another level. So something has happened recently or will be happening that the feminines know will shape the course of this destiny. And so whatever it is, they are trusting that it is for the better here, and that it's causing you to understand emotional availability, emotional transparency, and to come into alignment with this connection. How could it not, the feminines are thinking? How could it not, divine masculines? Okay, let's get into the daily kind of reading. So what are the divine masculines thinking and feeling about these connections and their counterpart? What are they wishing in their own lives and towards these connections? What are they doing in their own lives and towards these connections? What is the biggest challenge for the DMs? What is the spirit guided solution for the DMs challenge? Where are things going in the near future? And how about the feminines mirroring that? What can we see for the divine feminines? How are the DFs feeling for their counterpart and these connections and their counterpart on the heart space? Where are the DFs at regarding the connections and their counterpart and all the other things? Okay, conscious mind, DMs. Secretly they're in Hermit. So we kind of got that vibe a minute ago where the DMs are possibly still hanging out with the status quo, but under the surface they are secretly plotting, looking at a higher path, looking at what changes could be made, looking at how to get from here to this abundance with the Empress. So they are seeing this connection as instructive, showing them the way, lighting the path. They're seeing the methods of alignment, integrity, character. They're understanding how to have emotional discernment about authenticity and how to embody those things on a level that speaks to their destined path, the star path of destiny. This is very nocturnal energy, even by the light of the moon. Stealth. So divine masculines are maybe not even aware themselves. However, they are prepared with this knife here. So they do have this dagger of truth that they are wielding here that's allowing them to see things in a new way. Something that you've said in the past, I just heard. The Hermit is looking to the past, divine feminine. So there's something in the past or recent past that is activating them forward, equipped with a new perspective. They're trialing something that has come to light because of your alignment, your connection. So if there's been a crossover in your worlds, the masculines have been changed by that, and now they are equipped with that new knowledge going forward. It's unlocked a secret of the deep. What are the feminines thinking of these connections consciously? Sexual passion I'm getting from this. They are feeling the fire, the love light burn. The feminines are inspired by these connections. There is nothing that has been more high level, more intellectually or spiritually or heart-centered on fire. They're really feeling a pull to the unique nature of these connections. Star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, and activation. So whatever's going on, divine masculines, just you doing this work to focus on the destined path here and to go forward, just to include whatever's happened with the feminine on this level. The feminines can feel that. They can feel a zing, a passion ramping up. They are being activated by this free will choice, masculines, to come forward in some way. That does not mean directly coming forward necessarily in a romantic way. This does mean that you are including the wisdom, and energetically your feminine is feeling that aliveness growing. The frequency of 2 is up leveling, and they can feel that. They can literally feel that in their physical body, but it's coming in from the light body. And this is the sexual passion that the feminines are feeling. What can we see for how the masculines are consciously thinking of their feminine? Oh, they're starting to surrender to the truth of this long-term relationship. I botched the lyrics the other day when I quoted it out here, but yeah, that song that I had been listening to, Can't You See I'm Here to Stay? You Should Start Trusting Me. Any of the masculines' tendency to feel insecure about whether this love is founded, whether the feminines actually could love someone like them, that's being put at ease. I just heard they think it's counterintuitive, but they do believe there is every viable shot at a long-term relationship here now. So in the past, there could have been major cliche or standardized concerns. Those can be age difference or religious differences or geographical distances or, any kind of deal breaker energy that you don't typically see. These are connections of unconditional love, and so they transcend those limitations. The counterparts actually don't have boundaries for the other. Unconditional love allows for this expansive invitation to growth. You cannot outgrow these connections. Karmic situations fizzle out. These connections, because they are in alignment with infinite love, do not have an edge that you can find, that you can outgrow. These are in alignment with the infinite. So the masculines are starting to really revel in the amount of untapped potential that they can feel here. They're seeing that it far exceeds the mundane version of relationship, and they're realizing that that is actually a superior invitation. And blended families are coming up here, actually. Generational and the loyalty. Generational blending. What can we see for the feminines? How are the feminines thinking of the masculines? Humble, star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, and look a little deeper. Divine feminines are dropping out of ego and into a new layer of humility. And they're seeing the wisdom of the masculine's actions and choices. They are seeing how organically these connections are causing for the utmost of growth and progress. And so they are looking a little deeper. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom. I believe that our ancestors, at least our star ancestors, the Pleiadians who are ascended on their planetary systems, they understand these developing, ascending templates that are coming in for humanity. And so the feminines are including that unconditional love that's allowing them to see the wisdom of taking it slow, of coming into our own mastery, of matching. Even if you divine masculines feel like you're not where the feminines are, the feminines also share that in some regard. They are really having their eyes opened to where they have felt like they were ready prematurely, where they haven't had their own resources, their own finances, their own joy dialed in yet. And so they are really understanding how you move with a Zen-like judgment call, where you don't prematurely align, where you resist things that are not impeccably in alignment. They do see you taking temporary solace in things that aren't meant to go on. but they do understand that with this connection you have resisted because they're seeing how much of a perfectionist in love you really are. An undying romantic, I just heard. So they are seeing this elegant romantic aspect of you right now, divine masculines, and they do have a great appreciation for some of the games, the hide and seek, the high level subtleties that you've been activating in these connections. Your feminine is starting to identify why they feel an uncanny support from you that defies logic. That's a very subtle energy here, because many of the feminines, and I know this is true for narcissistic relationships. I saw a YouTube video on a woman who was giving a talk on how to identify a narcissistic relationship. And many times the partner that is ill-equipped in the connection says, I just have a feeling about them, I just know. Well, the twin flame dynamic gets a bad rap because in many ways it looks like that kind of a indescribable connection, but the feminines are starting to understand in the name of unconditional love, which actually is a lot different than a narcissistic empath connection, that with unconditional love they're starting to understand the energetics of what your unconditionally loving, space holding, patient, timing is everything flow is showing them. So instead of with narcissism trying to hook somebody into being on that tether, many divine masculines resist coming into connection, and that's the thing that confuses the feminine when they're not aware. And so divine masculines are impeccable with engaging or not based on readiness, especially in these connections. What can we see for the masculine's heart space for these connections? Wow, Hangman and the Fool both in the reverse. So they are starting to see a lot more consciously that there is the potential for a legitimate new beginning. They do know that there is a new cycle on the heart here, that they are looking at things in a different way. They are starting to get some pings popping off here about, they are starting to see you ease up on the pressure. Divine feminine, they're seeing you relax, they're seeing you kind of dance with these periods of growth, they're seeing you mastering the speech, not chasing, they're seeing you becoming more magnetic, and that is showing them this is non-verbal, this is an energetic knowing on the heart space. The masculines are just feeling this readiness growing as they feel you becoming more adept at reading the truth of these situations. So what I'm getting here is that they may not know how to put that into words, but they're sensing it. The winds are changing. What are the feminine's heart space? Yeah, they feel this victory card coming. It's in the reverse like the Fool. So this does show a masculine coming forward with a promise wreath. Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. Yeah, divine feminines are learning so much about the mastery that is demonstrated by the masculines in their containing their own energy. So the feminines are starting to see how difficult, how advanced, how much of a composed motion that is. That does not mean inauthentic. That means how calm, cool, collected the masculines are in these connections. The masculines can come off as insecure and nervous, but the feminines are also seeing the other side of that, where they're seeing how masterful, composed, even keel, centered, grounded, patient, perfected, the masculines are also being. What are the masculines feeling on the heart space for their feminine? They know that you, divine feminine, are taking care of nurturing yourself. They do very much see that you are also becoming this life partner energy. They are seeing you doctor your heart right now. They're seeing you take care of yourself. They're seeing you not focusing on them for the first time. I just heard, I kind of miss it, but I'm okay with it because I see the wisdom in it. So the masculines are seeing you, choosing you. They're seeing you do the impossible in the name of love. Thank you, masculines. They know that you have wanted them so badly, and that you are choosing yourself even despite how much you want them on the soul level. And to that, they see that makes you the pure gold. I just heard the masculines say, of all the choices I have, none can compare to that. Wow, masculines, that's beautiful. What can the feminines say about the heart space? They feel the separation. They feel that you are connected beyond reason, divine masculines. They know that it's not over, that they feel such a... The feminines are feeling the cold today. They're feeling very far. They're feeling like it's not their preference with their whole heart. I just heard. Jump in. Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. So yeah, the divine feminines know this is a necessary rite of passage, that they have to go within, they have to buckle down. They're getting the motivation to pull themselves out of this separation energy. So they are being motivated to clean up their karma. They know that this is get down to business time. It's business. Is that a song? It's business time? Okay, yeah, that is. I just botched the tune maybe. Did I? Do you recognize that? I think I mashed two songs. Like yams and potatoes. Anyways. The feminines know that they're getting a kick in the butt right now, and they're actually honored. So many feminines aren't feeling rejected anymore. They're feeling honored. But they do know it's up to them to take the initiative to get themselves in alignment, divine masculines. What are the masculines wanting to manifest in their own lives right now? Ooh, Knight and Page of Cups. So they're wanting to have more self-love and to believe that this love isn't too good to be true. We do have the pig flying there. So divine masculines are wanting to offer love against all odds. I just heard expect the unexpected. Divine masculines want to be so free flow that they are spontaneous in doing what their heart tells them to do at all times. I just heard your connection has shown them that you are somebody that does what you want, divine feminine, and they see the rhyme and reason in your beautiful ways about you. That's what I just heard. So divine masculines are emulating that and wanting to be in charge of their comings and goings. So they don't want to hold the heaviness regarding social pressures and expectations and people pleasing. They are taking cue from how you maneuver without bounds, without tethers, without lower vibrational expectations, that you don't conform to the expected norm, divine feminine, and your divine masculine is taking cues from that. What are the feminines wishing to manifest in their lives? Union. Yeah, divine feminines are purifying to have real love right now. They're coming in for a landing in their self-accountability because they want the love that they've never yet had. Lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. So they are feeling past life examples. They feel what union feels like, and they're starting to remember that with every cell of their body, deep in their bones. They are wanting only the real. Fully what is real. fully. I just put that on my Facebook because I'm in this energy today where I literally don't want anything that is not this. That is easier said than done. This journey, we start off thinking we're ready for that. And this journey literally shows us what that really means. And so the feminines are still on that trajectory where they are reclaiming the things that have been actually out of that alignment. They're starting to see what that really means, what that really looks like, and the changes coming in. What are the masculines wishing for regarding this connection? They're wishing for you to go through the grieving process, Divine Feminine, that lets go of all the past histories and prepares for this new day. The masculines at the same time are buying themselves time with this in a way, so to speak, because they are wanting to focus on their purpose. They want what is real between you fully. They want you to come out of the grieving mourning and into the embodiment. They know they're coming into the embodiment with these brand new ideas, this brave new soul expression out into the world, the innovative, original, trailblazing aspect of themselves. They want to be fully themselves, and so they want you to let go of all the things that weren't meant for you, that weren't of you, that weren't a fit, that weren't fully aligned for you. The divine masculines want these connections to match in the ascended, into the pure, authentic, real as well. What are the feminines wishing for these connections? They don't feel single from you, Divine Masculine. Loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, and let God in. So they want to let any of the control issues completely melt away and to literally magnetize these energies. They do not want to chase. They just want to allow love to come in. They are so ready for love to find them instead of have to work for it. Yeah, Divine Feminines, isn't it time? What is the biggest challenge for the masculines? Clearing all the external opinions. There's too many things in the mix, and the challenge is that even though the counterparts aren't necessarily together, the ones that are watching this reading, there's this conduit of energy between the masculine and feminine, and yet the only way to get towards each other in the physical is to clear all of the physical things that are not in alignment with this connection. So that is the challenge, is continuing to do that, knowing that you're over there, Divine Feminine, doing the best you can with that, and that they can't help you do that. You can't help them. It's our own beds and we each have to make them, sleep in them. You know, it's up to each of us to have full accountability, and the masculines are challenged by that because they want to rush in. They want to save you. They want to be that protector. They want to allow that role, but they have to do it for themselves first to earn their stripes. What is the solution for that challenge, masculines? To energetically keep in touch with your feminine, to, open up this communication, at least telepathically, consciously. Don't delude yourself. And know that, yes, your feminine, love believes your feminine is this incredible, badass spiritual falconer who is sending out intentions and seeing that result. And so, cheer them on, Divine Masculines. Cheer yourself on. Just know your feminine is cheering you on. Keep going. What is the challenge for the feminines right now? All the subconscious stuff coming to light. And the 7 star sisters. There's the Pleiadian energy. Birthing creations, tapestry of life and expression. So yeah, let your girlfriends, your feminine friends help you right now, Divine Feminine. That's all about learning the sisterhood energy is what I'm getting. It's a lot of celebration, and I just heard not being boy crazy. So take gender how it all resonates. That was a lot of gender specific messages, but please apply it to your situation the way it would. There is a lot of feminine support right now, and that's the challenge, is that the feminines want to be, I just heard, cleaving to their masculine, but there's so much wisdom in the feminine ways right now coming up to be seen, and this sisterhood, camaraderie, feminines. So this is a time to develop friend groups, your new ascended friend groups with really good, like-minded people who are there, who are coming into your life right now to be your soul tribe, to be your sisters. And so allow this establishment period. This is the challenge, though, is that there are cycles, spheres of grounding this, and part of it is the establishment of this beautiful feminine support system that's coming in for the divine feminines right now, whether that's an energy within at this point, or if you're starting to see that emerging in your physical world, allow that to come in beautifully. What is the solution for this? Yes, Queen of Cups. I remember soul plan, fated life versus destined life. So divine feminines, look at all this feminine energy, the Pleiadian sisters, the moon, the Queen of Cups. This is all the psychic, intuitive, the emotional support, the feminine affiliations, the networking, but real deep feminine bonds right now. When the feminine was negated on the planet, it wasn't safe for the feminine to meet in groups. I just heard in covens, or things that would be misjudged as covens. And so now there is this emerging allowance for the feminine to get along, to have true friendships and support that way. So continue to revel in that, divine feminines, and balance out the safety with other feminine energy right now. There's so much wisdom to remember and share at this time. The divine feminines are coming back into harmony with each other, and that is setting a different safety in societies, where feminines aren't pitted against each other, in competition with each other, where they talk amongst themselves, where they share information, where they don't settle for shoddy treatment of their sisters or each other. And so that's establishing right now on a new level. It's a requirement. What can we see for the direction from the masculines aspect? Okay, we get the King of Pentacles and my telepathic card. So divine masculines are sending a lot of information to the feminines right now about their balancing out, their leveling out, and their becoming. So we did get the Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to hold it up because it also came out in the reverse. Those are counterparts. They see that you are perfectly mirroring your developmental stage, and they're acknowledging that energetically. They're having those Hanged Man aha moments that are showing that they are not worse or better than you, divine feminine. They are saying, this is what I need to do. I see you have this to do, and I'm going to meet you at the crossroads when we come back in. It's almost like a promise, an energetic promise, that they are holding up their energetic end of the bargain, making changes in the physical, learning from the experiences that they are having, and they are acknowledging that to the feminine. What are the feminine's motions in the near future? They're feeling the masculines coming back around. The feminines are working on the belief that love has not been lost, that this is not a lost cause, that this was not set in stone to end, that even if their masculine has backed away, said goodbye, blocked, that it's not necessity to believe that it can come back around. And Messenger, Sirius energy, bringing harmony and balance. As the feminines understand more about manifestation, they know that what they are is reflected back into their reality. what they want to see truly, that they believe they can, will be so. And so they understand that if they push past the fear of having lost the divine masculine, or you divine masculine, that once they come into the worthiness to know that a connection like this is so rare, that they know that it's not all lost. They feel they would not be at this level of connectivity with you for nothing. And they are starting to understand energy working that way, that it's a validation of these connections. So if there has been an ending or a statement of an ending, they know that the balance and harmony that they're striking within trumps that. And so it's not all lost, and that it can come back around. They feel the process. They feel what you're sending them. They know that the 3D can differ from the energetic truth, and they are recognizing that consciously to themselves. Okay, what can we see? Actually, I've been looking at the Beyond Lemuria deck. I haven't pulled a card from here in a while, so let's do it. What can we see for the beautiful people that join me here after all these messages for the connections? One card, please. What can we see for everyone watching, my viewers? Oh. Okay, this one, alignment. Oh. So that's an 18 card. I just heard 18 days, and I heard mark my words. Inner integrity, being a vibrational match for what you want to bring into your life. Didn't we just have those messages? And divine masculines, you see that you are a vibrational match for the current developmental status of both, and you have this conduit because you are a vibrational match. You can tune into each other's radio station because you are on a similar frequency. And divine feminines know, as they level up, the version of masculine that they can now connect with, even if it's the same person, can be up-leveled even if an ending has happened, because that's how energy works. So alignment. Being a vibrational match for what you want to bring into your life, manifesting from a place of love over fear. Energy flows where attention goes. Subconscious sabotage, seemingly actualizing our dreams. So yes, the more you believe that these connections can come into existence, the more your mindset affirms that which your heart knows to be true regarding these connections, the more you manifest and create that in your reality. I'm going to read this. So look at where your desires and manifestations are being seeded. If your plans or dreams aren't unfolding as you would like them to, it's time to take a deeper look at other areas in your life. Is something out of step with integrity? This is the purification of the feminines right now. If you want your masculine, everything that needs to shift to make room for your masculine, everything that needs to change, purify, make room. And vice versa, masculines, you have to eliminate all of the things that are space holders that don't allow your feminine to come in. Are you making decisions through fear or love? If it is through fear or avoidance, your manifestations may seemingly backfire to encourage experiences that will bring you back into balance. It is time to become a vibrational match for that which you are seeking. Instead of striving harder for something, cultivate the feeling of already having all you seek. You will be surprised at what this shift in perspective creates. Act as if it is already yours with a glad heart, and notice how your interpretation of circumstances and events vastly differs from when you see it as something that you do not have. Many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.